Y'all ready for some fried chicken? Now this is another one that I've done before, but I'm doing it again. So let me show you how to do it. Okay, y'all, I'm starting out with my chicken breasts. I'm gonna cut them down the middle and then I'm gonna cut them in half. Now I got good thin pieces, but my pieces are not thin enough, so I'm gonna lay out a piece of parchment paper and I'm gonna put my chicken right there on the top. Then y'all, I'm gonna add another parchment paper right on the top of that meat. Now I'm gonna pull out my meat beater and I'm gonna beat that meat up. Yes, baby, I'm gonna beat it up. I need some super thin pieces just like this. Now y'all, after that, I'm gonna grab me a bowl. I'm gonna crack open my eggs. Then I'm gonna add in some milk. Now I'm gonna season it up. I got some OooWee All Purpose right here. I also got some Kinder's garlic and herb and some Kinder's Woodfire garlic. Then I'm going in with some of my Poppy's pork chop seasoning. Yeah, it ain't just for pork chops. So I'm gonna get in there and get that all mixed up, and then I'm gonna start throwing my chicken right on in. Once I get that in there, y'all, I'm just gonna give it a good mix. Make sure it's well incorporated. Now for my dry dredge, I'm adding in some flour, and then I'm gonna add in all the seasonings that I added to that wet batter. Y'all know I like to layer it up. So I'm gonna get in there and get that all mixed up together, and now it's time to get it battered. So I'm gonna go ahead on and drop it into the dry batter. Then I'm going back into the wet batter. After that, back into the dry batter, and then y'all onto the baking sheet. That's how we doing it. Dry, wet, dry, and then on the baking sheet. Now let's go ahead on and fry them up. I'm gonna fry them about 6 minutes on each side, y'all. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna flip it halfway through. Fry them 6 minutes, flip them suckers over, and then fry for 6 more minutes. Okay, y'all, this is my chicken. Now y'all, let's go ahead on and take it out, drain it onto a rack, not a paper towel, because you want it to remain crispy. So once I get them all out, y'all, it's time to make this good old gravy. So I reserved some of the oil from my chicken, y'all. I'm just adding in some flour, and then I'm going to let that raw flour taste cook off. Now I'm going to add in some milk and let it get good and thick. And once it gets thick, y'all, I'm adding in some salt, and then I'm going in with some pepper. And that's all I'm adding, y'all. Just a little salt and a little pepper. Now, if you want to add something extra, go ahead on and do you, baby. So now let's plate it up. I got some mashed potatoes right here. I'm adding my chicken. Then I'm adding that gravy right there on the top, y'all. Then I'm adding some sweet peas right there on the side. Yes, I love sweet peas. And then I'm gonna add biscuits, not one but two. Yes, baby. So y'all, look at this masterpiece right here. Oh wait, now y'all already know me and my greedy spirit already digging in, so y'all know what's next. I just got to give it a taste. Honey, I had to dig back in to make sure I'm tasting what I'm tasting, and I'm tasting it. Grandma been in the kitchen working, honey. Look at the sweat on my head. And honey, y'all already know it was well worth it, because baby, that's good right